When I first got pregnant, I was very concerned that I would lose my supply because I was only 10 months postpartum with my first. And of course, at that stage, he's getting full nutrients from mom. So I didn't want to lose it. And honestly, a lot of things I read online were pretty discouraging, saying there's nothing really you can do, you're gonna lose it, it is what it is, and that's that. So here's my experience to shed some light on some real life, okay, what actually happened, because I really wanted to know this at that time in my life, 9 months ago. So I'm 37 weeks pregnant right now, and I'm still nursing my son. It's different than I thought it would be, for sure, but it's actually perfect and fine, and I'm fully satisfied with how it worked out. So here's the timeline. Get pregnant, I'm 10 months postpartum. I nursed fully 24/7 for all of Waylon's nutrients for the next 3 months, so until he was a year and 1 month. Honestly, I was just kind of lazy and didn't want to make him meals, so I thought I'll just keep nursing full time. Then people started encouraging me, hey, it's maybe time. Honestly, I don't really remember a full, precise timeline, but if I had to guess, I would say about halfway through my pregnancy, my milk completely dried up. Waylon did get pretty discouraged, he'd get a little frustrated, but honestly, it really didn't bother him all that much. He would still nurse for comfort, he would use me as a pacifier, which, pacifiers are to mimic mom, so that makes complete sense. And he would still get satisfaction to be able to fall asleep by nursing. So I wouldn't say it hurt. This was definitely considered what I read as dry nursing. There was nothing coming out. When I would hand express, it would be 1 dot of milk. So he could probably taste some things, but it wasn't the same for sure. But he was still nursing. So it's not like you have to give it up. You can dry nurse. But the good news is I didn't have to dry nurse for long. So pause there in the sense that to say, if you do want to have your baby self-wean, this is a really good time to kind of hone in on that. I would probably do the don't offer, don't deny. So basically, if he asks to nurse, nurse, but don't offer it, I would do that, I think, and I think he would have weaned. But I was like, oh no, I wanted to go to a 1.5 years with nursing, and this was not part of my plan to stop yet, so I would very much encourage him, do you want to nurse? Do you want to nurse? Here, nurse. And he took to that and would, but he would only nurse for about 30 seconds, and then he'd roll away and, go to sleep. So at that point, he wasn't asking to nurse during the day. He was just wanting to nurse for bedtimes and nap times, just a soother. So I did want to do whatever I could to get my supply back up. So I asked my midwife, and there's a tea that she recommended. It has alfalfa, which is what you give cows, so that kind of makes sense. And I don't think I gave it a fair enough shot, but the one day that I actively was drinking it, I did notice him swallowing. And if there's just a dot of milk, you're not gonna swallow. So I was very excited. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. If I maybe would have done it more, or if I drank more water, or maybe ate more food, maybe I could have got my supply to come back up. So try that. I don't think you have to be discouraged to think that it has to be the end. But I guess I just did it so surprisingly. So for that week, I kind of thought every feeding, I thought, okay, this could be the last time he wants to nurse. So just really appreciate it and hone in and enjoy it. And he never had that last time. And then a week later, I guess my colostrum came in because this boy was asking to nurse throughout the day. He was actually wanting to nurse. I was so excited. It was just a little bit more. I don't even know how much. I wish you could see how much is going into their little bellies, but you can't. But he was, I know, getting more because he was excited about it. And that's interesting because colostrum, people have said babies don't like it. They're obviously not newborns, but toddlers think, oh, it's a little salty or whatever, it's just different. Well, Waylon was like, hey, there's something in there, this is great. So then I would say for the remainder of my pregnancy until now, He definitely nurses more. It's still not as much as obviously before. So I would say from halfway through your pregnancy until the end, because that's pretty much where I am, you are gonna be able to nurse. It's gonna be colostrum, it's not gonna be as much. Waylon wants to nurse specifically at bedtimes. He wants to nurse if he's sleepy, and he does want to nurse if he gets hurt or has a tantrum. I will say he used to 100% need to nurse during those moments before, and now sometimes he doesn't want to, so that's interesting. I just think that there's just so much good from nursing when in those moments and when they're trying to go to sleep. There's endorphins that go out. I mean, it makes them tired. It's just such a magical thing that God gave us. It's like a superpower, honestly. So I just am so glad that even just with a little bit of milk, he does still get all those benefits, you know? And then we have decided that we're gonna go till 2 years old. So he is going to have the opportunity to have full milk again, which I'm so excited. He's gonna be like stoked because he now, if I give him a bottle, which is rare because I don't think you're supposed to actually do that for their teeth at this age, but a few nights I've given him a bottle, he'll put it up to me to try and fill me up and then try and nurse. So I know he's like, where's the milk, you know? And I'm really excited to tandem nurse if that's a dream for you. It's a dream for me too. Like, can you imagine holding a little newborn and then your toddler, he's feeling a little left out. So he just wants to come up and cuddle with mom too, but he can actually nurse too. Oh, it's gonna be so magical. So that's where we're at. I'm at 36, 37 weeks pregnant. We're gonna do a home birth this time. I'm sure I'll make a video about that experience. I'll try and get Austin to film some of that, you know, whatever. And then, and also we're transitioning Waylon to a big boy bed. We're on night 3 tonight. It has not been going great. I'm obviously going in and comforting him at each wake up, so it's just more hard on me than him, but I'm sure with time he'll get used to it. It's so sad to be done with that too. But we're just getting ready for baby number 2. So I'm just so glad that he's gonna be able to nurse more. And I am curious to see how ending co-sleeping with him will be. This is like the same boat of not knowing what nursing will be like. So I'll make a video about that after that is fully developed in our life to just explain how that kind of worked out. Who knows, it could completely fail and maybe we'll have 2 babies in our bed. No, I don't think it will. I think that he'll transition well if I give him the comfort and love through it that he needs. My name is Ashley. I live in Asheville, North Carolina on our neighbor's farm. You probably know them as the Rhodes family. Rebecca just threw me a very nice baby shower in Asheville, which I was not expecting a baby shower for this baby number 2. Because, do you hear that chicken in the background? Because do you get a baby shower with each baby? I don't know, but I was very excited to have that and to be showered and to eat yummy foods. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.